For the past 20 years, the School of Business Administration of Oakland University has maintained its business and accounting accreditations from the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business. Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Hess and this is Comcast Newsmakers. Joining me now is the Dean of the School of Business Administration for Oakland University, Dr. Michael Mazzeo. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And it's important to talk about the accreditation because I understand Oakland University is one of the top business schools when it comes to accreditation really in the world.
Correct. There are about 13,000 schools of business worldwide, and there are only 178 schools who hold separate accreditation both at the school level and the Department of Accounting. And so that's very unique and rare.
And as the head of the School of Business Administration, how big of a major or of a school, or how big of a focus when it comes to being a student at Oakland University is the School of Business Administration? Well,
we have very strong programs. Accounting is certainly one of them, which is why we have that dual accreditation. We're very strong in several other areas as well, in marketing and economics and operations and so forth. So I'd be hard-pressed to find one that isn't really excelling.
And as far as students coming and graduation rates, is this a popular major? Is this a growing interest?
Well, the School of Business is actually very popular. In fact, we have just achieved our highest enrollment ever in the history of the School of Business, just a little bit under 3,000. And from a placement standpoint, our statistics would indicate that 95% of our students have reached their academic goal, which basically is going to be either a job or a higher education. So certainly some people aim to go to a graduate school. So 95% is really outstanding. And we have about 96% of our students actually tend to stay locally. So it'd be hard-pressed not to find an Oakland grad around you.
Well, that's extremely impressive. You have a 95% chance if you go to Oakland University in your School of Business Administration that you're going to graduate and be able to find a job within a reasonable amount of time.
Exactly right. We made some efforts in this. We actually have an internship program within the School of Business where we're working very diligently with various companies. In the last few days, we have had Quicken Loan in the building. PricewaterhouseCoopers was in today, and they just love our students. PricewaterhouseCoopers hired 25 of our students this past year.
You're in a little bit of a unique location, even where you have some easy access to the Quicken Loans folks, even the Chrysler folks, where you're able to perhaps work with some of those major corporations and get your students some opportunities there.
Absolutely, and in fact, as it turns out, we have a lot of our alums are actually with these companies, and so we have done, I think, a very good job of working with our alumni base and getting them back on campus and hiring our students.
And you do have a specialized program, executive MBA program. How unique is a program like that?
It's very unique. This is an executive MBA program. It is cohorted, which means there's a very precise process by which you get your degree, and there are two parts to it that I think we're very proud of. It's also in healthcare and IT technology. And so we are growing this program very extensively. Certainly healthcare is a growth area. And it's a very nice program in the sense we relate to our community quite well.
There's a huge demand, it sounds like, out there for your students, for your graduates. Is it because of the particular degrees and the education that they're getting, or is it because of something else, the internships, or I know you have a focus kind of on hands-on learning, if you will, that type of thing?
Actually, I talked to one of our recruiters not long ago and said, really, why do you really come back? And they said, you know, Oakland graduates, Oakland students are very hardworking. They understand where they've been. They are juggling family sometimes, and they're juggling jobs and so forth, and frankly they find to be a very high value. And in fact, the same recruiter said to me that in fact as they bring Oakland students on board, their whole staff want more because they realize that there's a very high level of professionalism and eagerness to work and participate.
What a great reputation. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
For more information on today's topic, you can head to oakland.edu. Today's Comcast Newsmaker was Dr. Michael Mazzeo, the Dean of the School of Business Administration for Oakland University.